living on an island, living by the beach is something that has always been like a long-term goal for me ever since I was little. But at this age, like when I became an adult and kind of in the middle of working on my career and stuff, I realized that that's actually something. Sorry, my daughter. That's actually something that's not as hard to like reach to achieve, and I think that this is something that I could actually already do at this point in my life. So it took me about maybe 2 years of still being in showbiz to realize that, hey, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna take that leap and see where it goes, where life takes me.
Yeah, for those, because right now there are a lot of people wanting to move out also from the city, right? What can you, how can you, because I know it's a scary move, right? But what tips can you give for them to take that leap?
For me, it's like, if it's something that you really want, because some people, like my mom also told me, like, you should really ask yourself if it's something that you really want in the long run, because it might be something that you think it would be fun to do or would make you happy at the moment, but it won't really work out well for you if you just do it if it's an impulsive move. So for me, as long as it's really what you want, as long as it's what your heart desires, don't be go and try, but always have options. Like for me, you'll never know what the future holds. So you shouldn't really hold yourself down just because of fear. Give yourself the opportunity to try out new things and test yourself in different waters, so that you know where where you belong, where you fit in. But don't just like cut yourself down to that like one thing. Also for me, it was the fact that I didn't expect anything when I went here. That helped make things a bit easier, because I feel like when you have a plan, like a specific plan, when you have that laid out for yourself step by step, and one thing doesn't fall into place, everything will fall apart. And I don't think that will, and that's just going to make things harder on yourself. But when I went here, I was just like, whatever happens, what if Ellie doesn't like it here, then okay, I have to be willing to change my plan, even if this is really what I want, because it's not just about me. So, and for me, it just so happens that it did, that everything worked out. But of course, it's not as, I think it's the magic of social media that makes it seem like everything is perfect. We also have our ups and downs, but I'm living and leading a life that I'm happy, that makes me happy. So that's why it's okay, amidst the imperfections and problems that we come.
Basically a balance, right? But how can you compare, like now, because I know you're getting into sustainable living as well, right? How can you compare your life and how you are trying to live a sustainable lifestyle right now?
I feel like everything was like before, everything seemed to be like disposable. I mean, I don't mean it so like in such a bad way, but it's just that I was so young and I didn't really know who I was yet, or like what I really wanted in life. And I was basically, all of these opportunities, I was just saying yes to it all. So that's why I guess it's disposable. Like it just kept changing and changing up to the point that, I didn't even know anymore if it was bringing me happiness. And now the life that now here on the island, living on the island, being closer to nature, being, right, like by the ocean, I see firsthand the problems or the effects of our mindless action, the effects of our mindless actions. And so it motivates me to really try my best to live consciously, especially for my kids. It's so frustrating to think that maybe when my kids are my age, they won't see the world the same way I do. What if, this paradise won't be so much of paradise anymore when they're older? So, because I'm committed to raising happy kids, with good lives, I want to do what I can right now while
That's right. But as a mom also, what are you teaching your kids? And because you also mentioned, right, life changed and you felt like you also grew when you moved there. So would you say that your growth was also coincided with your move in Siargao?
Sorry, I'm so sorry because my daughter was calling me. Can you repeat the question? Yes? Oh my gosh, my kid, sorry.
It's alright.
Going crazy in the
It's
background.
balanced students, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
We're just going with the flow also here. Nothing naman so structured. So, yeah. Would you say also that your move to Siargao also coincided with your growth personally? Because
Definitely. I feel like being here in Siargao, being in a different environment and a different world, it really like put me in a situation where there's nowhere to go but to grow as a person, because everything is a learning experience for me. I'm surrounded by things that I didn't or that I wasn't really exposed to when I was growing up. So, it's humbling in a sense. Like, I realized when I lived here that I feel like in the city, I don't know, I may be wrong or it may be just me, but in the city, it's like, you have like a superiority, some sort of superiority complex when, because we are, being educated, or our education is makes us feel like it's a way to be proud, But here, it doesn't mean that just because they don't have the same experiences as I did, the same privileges as I did growing up in the city, it doesn't mean that they're less than me or that they are below me. Here, their priorities are different. And it makes you realize that, we're all human. We all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. And it's not about looking down on people or thinking that you're better than them. It's more of finding a place where you can help or where you can contribute your strengths to these new people that you are surrounded with, in order for you, it was a way for me to find myself,